I will say one funny story about Guess Your Rank before we get into it. I had someone submit a file, and the first line of their file was, I was bronze whatever when I played this match. Don't send me your recordings or your files or whatever and then tell me what rank you are. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of guess your rank. So I just deleted it and moved on. But let's get into the first match. I think it's this one. Oh, it is. The first few will probably be in order. It's Creamy. I think this is supposed to be Femboy. I'm ready to make my guess. This is bronze or silver. Probably on the cusp of bronze or silver. Do you guys know why? Cav is banned. The only people who care about Cav are in silver or below. This has to be at most silver. Can't be anything else. Overwatch is better than R6. Hasn't Overwatch had 0 updates in like the last 2 years? Or is it only 1? I remember someone in chat telling me about how like Overwatch has had like 1 legend or 1 hero or whatever since some long time ago. I can't remember what the time frame is. Oh, he just ran past the cap can. Had no idea the cap can was in pillar. He's just in. I would not necessarily have gone for the rook armor in that situation. There are a lot of other viable targets. I'm more surprised he's been able to survive this long. Like, no one has even come close to trying to hurt him. Okay. Aim wasn't the greatest there. There's a Valkyrie camera watching him. He noticed it. Okay. Silver.
Love Dex, bro.
Thanks for sub Ethemkas or Ethemkas. Wonder if he aces here. That's 3. I assume most of the clips being submitted are just gonna be people like popping off with aces or something, which makes sense. It's the one type of round they would want to show off. This is why you don't normally reinforce hatch if you're gonna play above. How did the rook not kill him? His leg would have been showing for a while there. So he gets the ace. He does. I'm gonna guess, oh, bronze to silver is so hard because you can literally win 1 match and go up a whole... You could technically go up 2 ranks. But because of how close they are, I'm gonna say anywhere between bronze 2 to silver 4. That's my guess. Bronze 2 to silver 4. Show me. Bronze 1. Alright. I'm 1 for 1. You know what's also a 1 out of 1? My charm that you can get by subbing to my Twitch channel for free with Twitch Prime. It'll help improve your rank, so when you submit a match for this show, I'll guess diamond at the very least. Next match, we have Rhino, who wants us to watch round number 7. That bronze had gold aim. I wouldn't necessarily say it was gold level, because you gotta remember that he was also hitting the, or he was missing a lot of his shots on objects that were just completely still. Put down 3 Capcan traps, 2 in kitchen, 1 in dining to memoriam, whatever it's called. And he never puts any of them super... Oh, actually, that was the first one he put really low. Really hard to tell with the replay. Unranked works too, Jack. I allow unranked or ranked. It's just, I try not to include any casuals, because casual... You could be facing literal coppers who don't even know their ass from their finger, and then... At least in unranked, you're more likely to have a somewhat fair matchup. Okay, nothing's happening. So 5-man push from study side. Minute in and they are still just barely getting into the building. Oh, 2 of them rotated over to master. This guy knows some tight angles. He's still using angled grip, which could either be an oversight or it could be someone who doesn't realize that angled grip is basically pointless now. I think she's a Quilk Pro. That's both Osa shields down, which he just straight up hit her in the head through the shield. He's hacking. Are we gonna see a lot of aces today? I think so. Okay. That was good finger or trigger discipline. Although that could easily be not trigger discipline, but rather not realizing he was looking at the downed or the prone player. That was still a good flank overall, though. I also just noticed there is a Malusi gadget underneath him. I think that's a really horrible spot to put one in. Only because that means they only get affected if they walk past the bomb. I guess you could argue that would be worth it. Wins off time. Okay, 3K, a nice flank. Decent positioning. I'm gonna guess high gold, low plat. So plat 3. Yes, plat 3 or gold 1. I know ... Okay, plat 3. Plat 3. I'm 2 for 2. Okay, this one's solo queue to champ is the person to watch, and they want us to watch the first round. Vigil ban. Why would you ever ban Vigil? That's the question. In what world is banning Vigil good? Oh, he misses the spawn peek and actually almost dies because he missed it. Okay, a little bit of a slow reaction, but he gets the kill. I don't know what this mirror setup is. I think I've seen this before with an attic hold, but it's usually not the greatest because if they break attic, they can basically flush you out. Maybe they saw it's 5 Vigil mains? Maybe. Maybe. Why would you ban Vigil? I don't know. I assume either mains or because of maybe this is a low rank and they're like, anyone who plays Vigil is so good at the game, just ban them. That's the only thing I can think of. So they have 1 on double window, 1 on master balcony, and then 1 in meeting. Okay. Don't really know what the play is. Oh, it was a double mirror set. Yeah. Double? Fuck. Can't see anymore.
Decks, bro.
Yeah, it was, because that's... Yeah. One mirror broken from... Okay. One broken from Hibana's, the other one was pre-broken. So that means probably gold or below. That was an ace. Tachanka looked so scared and alone. The fact that Yana killed 3 people makes me feel like this must be gold at most. I'm gonna say that they're gold. Fuck, I was gonna guess silver 1 to gold 4 or 3 or whatever it is.
I just love decks, bro.
They are silver. Fuck. I should always go for the in-between. It's so much safer than going just for flat gold. He's normally gold. He's consistently gold. Hey, CC. No. Love me. Just stay. Stay. Kitties, what if I open the window? Will you stay? Oh my god, that is so bright. But look at CC up there. We have Toot and wants us to watch round number 5. Am I living L? According to the shitty Rainbow Six subreddit, I am. They are not a fan. Oh no. They're going smoke? Can we talk about smoke right now? We mentioned smoke and everyone loses their goddamn mind. They're like, smoke, you mean the useless operator now that his gadget hurts him? In the 1% of cases where you push through smoke? Oh no. Jack, people don't like my opinions. That is why they hate on me. The same shit happened before. Like, this is nothing new to me. Literally when Zofia lost her withstand, I went through the exact same thing. Like, subreddits were raging against me, saying like, fuck Varsity, fuck his opinions, blah blah blah, and they were like, Zofia withstand is the end, it's gonna ruin Siege, Siege is dying, we need to like stop people like Varsity from having a platform, blah blah blah, and then shocker, nothing changed, because guess what, removing one small passive like that does nothing for the game. Yeah, Jack, there was literally a couple comments on the shitty Rainbow Six subreddit where they were like, Varsity's channel's dying, we should help finish it off and like kill his channel. So, whatever, bro. People be way too upset. It's a video game. Okay. Questionable choice to hop on cameras right there. Actually, wait, let me rewind there. I didn't see. How is his recoil control with the SMG-11? Oh, it was okay. He overcompensated a little. He went too far down. One thing I just want to see, just for future reference. How visible was smoke here? Like, not at all. You can actually hide in that corner perfectly without being visible. Okay, noted. Also, they're not running a laser, as far as I can tell. Can't take this man out of Siege. He is. I am esports. That's the part I don't get. People are like complaining about the whole smoke thing because they're saying I have too big of an ego. Apparently, I think the world of myself, blah, 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 which I do. It's more of a character, but I understand why they think that if they don't watch everything. Obviously, they're not going to know that it's more of a character I put on when they only watch one clip here or there. It's like, bro, they're acting like I'm... What's his name? The guy who said that, who said I am esports. I swear his name was like Thorn or some shit. That was a pretty good audio call. It's also like the third time he's lined up someone through the wall. I'm only slightly concerned. Cats are crying. They're not even on the window. I'm gonna close that window after the round. Stupid cats. That was a little bit questionable how he didn't. What? Is the enemy team blind and deaf? He's literally playing against Helen Keller. It was ranked. Platinum? No, his aim, his game sense was like, I'd say high gold, low platinum level. But the lobby was so bad. I'm gonna guess high gold, low plat, so gold 1, plat 3. Fucking bronze. How? I mean, it makes sense. Enemies were horrible. But he did not play like a bronze. Doesn't look like they intend to stay in this low rank because they're gold, silver, silver, bronze, gold, but then they dropped down to bronze ever since. And he keeps going worse and worse. I feel like he's intentionally deranking. Okay, Skeleton Opinion wanting us to watch round number 6. Oh god, yeah, people got so pissed at me as well when I mentioned that a Rooney punch should be gone too. The funny part about the whole Rooney punch thing is that people were like, a Rooney and Smoke should both stay the same. Like, Smoke's passive or whatever is part of his gadget, sure, I can admit that. But a Rooney's isn't. So why are they arguing that a Rooney should stay? Her gadget is gates. Her punch has nothing to do with that. Like, but she has a robotic arm. So what? Oryx has a robotic arm on his one uniform. He can't punch holes in walls, he has to run through them. Thanks for substation music. Camera cycling. Looks like a high silver. Doesn't know that you can't EMP it after it's already gone off. You have to do it beforehand. Wasn't the Rooney punch just developers admitting they didn't want to reuse secondary shotguns over and over? Honestly, I didn't even see that, but it wouldn't surprise me. That's all 4 Flores rooms. It's also a 3v5 currently. Oh god. This guy's using the P10 Rooney. Be careful, guys. If he gets a good clip with it, it's gonna get nerfed again.
I just love Dex, bro.
Thanks for sub egg assault. He is really holding this position. Oh, that's diffuser. I understand what Thermite was going for, but I feel like that was a very risky play to just flash. Smart positioning by Rooney. Get out of where you were so they don't look for you. Never mind, runs right back towards them. Still think it would have been smarter to hold the couch and then wait for them to jump in. I would say they played it pretty smart. They knew what they were doing. Enemy team played it pretty dumb. That makes me think it might be a bit of a lower rank. Gold? Oh, he did change his name. They're gold. Just to prove that it is the same person. They changed their name literally yesterday. Alright, I'm 3 out of 5. This is the Maddie who wants us to watch round number 2. Hey, they're gonna do the Azami trick on the drone hole. So that's 2 drones dead. Hello, Lexan, baby. Oh, 1 sec. See, that right there, that specific interaction is why I hate playing Osa. Because unless they're looking directly at you, they basically have a guaranteed shot on your head when you put down the shield, because you go to put it down, and it just fucking teleports like 10 feet in front of you, locks in, and your head's just exposed at any angle that's not directly in front. Whole team is now going on this side. Drone just saw him. Why are they hip firing so much? And why is it working? Hit him with the Azami knife. Silver. The fact that they threw a drone when they knew he was on the other side of the door and then went on the drone, probably not having the advanced gadget deployment or drone deployment, means that they probably are silver. I'm gonna guess silver. Fuck, he's gold. I want to imagine that he only just got gold, but he did start at gold 1, or highest one was gold 1, so it's probably just been a gold lobby. That's 3 out of 6, correct? We have JFK experience for you, who wants us to watch round number 6. That's gold. Why don't I get enemies like that? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I just want to stay in gold and have fun and mess around, have enemies like that, but I never do. Carried gold? I mean, he had a 0.98 KD. I would hardly call that carried. Alright, we're watching JFK experience for you. He is 5 and 5 and playing Capcan. I believe we are in bronze. That is 3 drones that all went through that same area. 4 drones that are now destroyed, all going through the exact same area. Bronze at the highest. Very curious to see if this works. If he gets a double kill here, I will literally puke and cry. I love that the, who was that? Oh, the Finka looks at that and it's just like, maybe I should hop back on drone. What a setup to a double. So Zero just walks past? Hello? Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, all of blue except for one wall is reinforced off. Okay. I guess silver. Maybe gold. So one's in dirt. That's Flores. Uneventful. Man, we're gonna have so many aces today. I kind of hope that we get an ace for most of the ranks, because I would love to make this video called what an ace in like every rank looks like. It'd be like an ace in bronze, copper, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, but majority of my viewers are not diamonds, so we probably won't see that. Aim there was a little tough, but it happens. Happens to the best of us in a panic situation. Oh, he loses it. Okay, that's the first time we've actually seen the person submitting it lose. That's a refreshing change of pace because we don't know exactly how amazing they are. I'm gonna guess silver 1, gold 3. That's my guess. Fuck, he's bronze. He's normally mid-silver. I still would have been wrong, but... Actually, no. Normally max is like silver 2 to gold 2. Unfortunate. That's bronze. I was gonna say, just off of the movement, I would have guessed like silver. The enemy team definitely seemed like low silver, but man, I'm telling you, it's like bronze to silver is so similar that it's so hard to tell. Like, I would say almost that there is barely a skill difference between copper to silver, because there's only an elo difference of like 700 or something between, you know, your average copper player and your average silver player. It's not that much. It's the same difference between plat 3 and plat 1. It's so hard to tell. Also another Capcom player. Okay, I'm just gonna start guessing Capcom players are bronze, which makes sense why I'm a Capcom player. Oh, so by the way, we're watching Catching Fire 69 in case I didn't mention that. I keep also seeing a lot of Capcom players go impact grenades when the play is C4. You can impact that and hide underneath the desk. Fun fact of the day. Silver. Or bronze. Bronze. Using the Twitch drone to shock a player instead of getting gadgets. That is a very bronze move. Struggling to shoot the Twitch drone, silver to bronze. Someone's already in. Oh, they're planting. I watched the wrong round. The round, so I have it in a text document with all the matches and what round to watch. The round, or the match below it is round 1. And I thought that one said this one was round 1. Oh my god. Rushing? Freebie. Does he shock players? This is going to be the big question. Really, if he also could have gone through that. He does not. He actually stopped himself. He was looking to shock Thorn, and then he actually was going to go for the shock wires on the wall. So... Silver? Still based off the enemy team mainly. His aim is decent, though, when it comes to players. When it comes to drones, not so much. Because, like, controlling that F2 is not the easiest thing in the world. It's not hard, but it's not super easy. No. I was gonna say, don't do him like that with the revolver. I'm gonna guess silver. Gold? I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, it would be placements, maybe. I feel like they were using the shock drone a little bit too much to shock people. Okay, this is the one we were supposed to watch round 1. Mookin.rbz wants us to watch round number 1.
What's the average rank been so far?
Low gold, high silver, if you were to add them all up and divide. Probably. For the 48 months evil. Alright, spawn. Kill Danako according to plan. That was a good flick. I feel like I should run this Bandit Iron Sights more. I never do. It's actually pretty good. Three headshots. His crosshair placement seems fishy half the time. Or not fishy, like, just bad half the time. But then he keeps just getting amazing kills. Like, what is he aiming at here? He keeps aiming at the walls or the, like, railings and stuff. He's aiming at the corner there instead of aiming at the door. 5 headshot ace. A crosshair placement was not good. The enemy team didn't seem that good either. Was that was unranked though. Gold. Oh, I have all caps on. It was gold. Let's go. I'm 4 out of 9 now. Fishy wants us to watch round number 2. Is it possible to have mouse and keyboard on PS5? Someone said no, but I saw them lean without aiming down sight with sus movement. Aiming or leaning without aiming down sight is actually downright impossible on console. Doesn't matter if you have a mouse and keyboard plugged in. It's just straight up impossible. It's not in the game, as far as I'm aware, at least. I guess I don't play console, so I can't say 100%. But yeah, it's not possible as far as I'm aware. Even if you have like your Zim thing, it still won't let you lean without aiming down sight. Just thinking back on what the one person in chat said, apparently the devs stated that the reason why Aruni has the one punch, or the super punch thing, is because they didn't want to give everyone just secondary shotguns for destruction. How would people feel if they got rid of Aruni's pistol and let her keep the punch? Because then you basically have a secondary that's just a punch. I think that would be a more fair trade, rather than just having a passive. I don't know. I've always hated passives. That's why I'm always so passionate against them. I think passives do not belong in first-person shooters unless everyone has their own passive. Like, even the Apex ones are a bit annoying, because they all have, like, so many different ones that it's hard to keep track of all of them and remember all of them. Another ace. Just locked onto him through the wall. Hacker replay? Question mark. His name is Fishy. Assuming they're legit. Platinum? Apparently they are legit because they have a 1.04 KD. God damn. That's a gold 3? Since when do golds play like that? Man, I'm in fucking platinum. And I swear half of my lobbies, half my teammates are just brain dead and have no idea what they're doing. Second last match of the first half. We have Hippocampus 74, who wants us to watch round number 6. I feel like that camera wouldn't be a bad idea if you put it on the floor rather than on the table, because someone could be crouched there and shoot the camera. Whereas if it's on the floor, they have to prone. These are some interesting Frostmat spots. Also, Nomad ban. Nomad gets banned a decent amount in Pro League, right? This is a quick rush from attacking team. He's literally 1 HP. This is the right round he wanted us to watch, so he must go off with 1 HP. It's crazy how long this feels when you're watching it, rather than if you're playing it. If you're playing this, it feels like it goes by in an instant. Here, I feel like I'm watching this for eternity. If I were him, I would wait by the door next to the bookshelf, because then you could watch this door while Legion watches hallway. The rush. A lot of missed shots. think gold is a pretty safe bet, since half the ones I've guessed on that have been wrong have been gold. Oh. Previously gold. I think that counts, right? As a correct guess. 4 or 5 out of 11 now. If I get this one right, then we're 50-50. I'd say that was like, honestly, watching that, I would say that's the like epitome of gold. It felt just right. Let's take a second to respond to this. League has over 100 champions with 4 abilities and a passive. You cannot be serious if you complain that passives are difficult to keep track of in Siege, where a select few of the 60 operators have simple passives. If you go into a game like League and they tell you, hey, this is what all their abilities are, and hey, every single champion has a passive, then you note that. It's basically a 5th ability. But when you have to have basically optional things for each person you're keeping track of, and some may or may not have it, it can be very hard, especially for new players, to keep track of. Especially if they only interact in very particular ways. For example, Zofia Withstand. A new player might look at that and be like, oh, every time Zofia is going to die, she goes down and she can withstand, when that's not true. It's only if she gets shot in the body. And I don't remember exactly if it was like Doc. Doc is different too. He's weird. Where they'll be down no matter what usually, but sometimes they don't. It's very inconsistent. Very hard for new players to keep track of all that shit when also it's not documented anywhere. When nowhere in the game does it say, hey, this is how it works. League and other games like it do a very good job of documenting all this stuff and helping onboard all their new players. In Siege, none of this is documented. If Ubisoft made a whole thing where they taught you, said, hey, this is all of the operators, you can click on them, you can see all their abilities in use, you can see what their passives are, if there are any, and you can memorize all of them by just looking through all this stuff, perfect, do that, I don't care. But they don't. So trying to onboard new players and be like, oh yeah, this person is immune to their gadget, but like these people aren't. Like, but why? And you're like, oh, he has a mask. And you're like, okay, but this person has a mask. It's like, well, like, you know, that's just how the game is. It's like, that's not a good way to teach people the game. People are going to be very confused, very lost, and then they're not going to want to play. And that really sucks when you're trying to grow the game. But Ubisoft's not going to do that. I don't think we're going to have any type of onboarding in Siege at any point until the game's dead. Once the game is completely dead, then they'll be like, oh, now we have onboarding. It's like, bro, it's too late. We're 7 years into the game, and there's still absolutely no way for anyone to learn this game other than looking up YouTube videos. But Smoke's passive made perfect sense. So, let me put it to you this way, Hip Rainbow. Imagine you're trying to teach your parents how to play the game, okay? That was the best way we were able to describe it. Try to teach your parents how to play the game. And you say this person is immune to their own gadget. Realistically, when they play any other operator, they would then be like, okay, this person's immune to their own gadget too. And you'd be like, well, no. They'd be like, but why? It's like, oh, well, like, they're not. Oh. New players, especially casual players, are not going to be able to put in that type of, like, thought process of being like, oh, this makes sense. Because they don't think about that. Because they're casual. They really are looking at, like, the bare bones and not really learning from their mistakes all too often. A lot of people think that the average player in a game is someone like a gold player who memorizes things and it works to improve. But that's just not true. Almost every single person who plays, or not every single person, but most of the casual people who play this game will only learn the basics of like, okay, you attack and plant. It's how it is. And a lot of people might disagree, but it's true. You just don't hear about them because majority of the player base is not going to spend their time on Reddit or Twitter or YouTube comments talking about the game. They're going to be the person who works like a 9-to-5 job, comes home, eats dinner, and it's like, fuck it, I have 2 hours to kill. I'll play a little bit of Rainbow Casual. They'll just play. They'll be like, oh, cool, I got some kills. They'll hop off for the night. They are not going to sit there and study and learn the game. That is your average casual player. And I know it's really hard for a lot of people to imagine that because they are the type of person who's on Twitch, who's on YouTube, who's on Twitter, learning about all this stuff. They think that what they do is the norm when it's 100% not. I have so many friends who barely play any video games. They only just play them for fun every now and then. They would have no idea that people go like this in depth about patch notes, changes, stuff like that. They just know that some stuff changes sometimes. That is the casual player base, and that is the majority of Siege. A lot of people really don't realize that so many people in Siege are so casual. They think that everyone is a sweaty ranked nerd, and it's just not true. Now, that's enough about that. We're going to go back to guess your rank. We have Pavel W6 who wants us to watch round number 5. Last thing I'll say, Smoke has the mask and still isn't immune to his own smoke.
I just love
Tachanka has a bulletproof helmet, he's still not
Good point
immune
about
to
the casual stuff,
headshots.
haha. You basically described me and my friends exactly.
There you go. For 2 months SC Protoss. Even then, you're not even that casual because you're on Twitch. You probably know more than the average casual player. The perfect way to think of like a casual player, think of your mom playing Candy Crush. Do you think that they are tweeting at the devs and looking at patch notes for changes made to different levels? No, they just play the game. They don't even think about it. Yeah. They're in a 4v5, by the way. On cameras. They didn't get outside cameras, by the way. I feel like this is going to be a classic situation of a low-ranked lobby, and they're like, hey, we're in a 4 or 5v4, let's just rush them. They can't possibly stop us all. No SMG-11 recoil control at all. Oh my god. Oh, he's blind. He's legally blind. My god, the noises keep just bugging out. He aces off. Oh my god. Gold. That has to be gold. I think the rest of the lobby is just completely scattered in ranks. This must be like fucking placements. I'd say gold at the highest. More likely silver. Actually, no. I'm gonna go silver. We're going, this is placements, silver. Because placements now start in silver. I forgot about that. Silver. Fuck! He was bronze. Or gold. I said gold. I looked at chat and people were like, no, bronze. I'm like, no. He has to be higher than that. And I let chat get in my head. I'm 5 out of 12. Okay, we have 12 more, but I didn't expect this to go for an hour and a half. I originally planned to review 24 matches. I only expected it to take an hour and a bit at max, and instead it took 2 hours. Because of that, I'm going to cut the video into 2 parts, because I found that videos that go over an hour can really be hit or miss on YouTube. So the next part will be coming out in about 2 weeks from now, probably. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.